Did you know that the average American home has over 300,000 items inside? Yet, studies show that owning more stuff can actually make us feel more stressed, anxious, and unhappy. Shocking, right? We're constantly told that more possessions and experiences are the key to happiness, but what if the opposite is true? In this video, we're going to explore why less really is more. We'll uncover the surprising benefits of living with less, and how simplifying your life can lead to more freedom, creativity, and happiness. From clearing the mental clutter to reducing distractions, we'll show you how small changes can have a big impact. Stick around as we dive into how minimalism isn't just about getting rid of things, it's about making space for what truly matters. Ready to find out how less can actually help you achieve more? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Silence. Why less noise equals more clarity in today's world. Noise is everywhere, from loud conversations to constant digital notifications. Studies show that the average person is exposed to over 300 hours of media every week. That's almost a full-time job of noise. But did you know that constant noise can actually lower your focus and creativity? According to research by the World Health Organization, noise pollution is linked to increased stress and poor mental health. So, how do we silence the distractions? The first step is simple: unplug. Reduce the constant influx of information and give your mind a chance to reset. Just a few minutes of silence can boost your brain's ability to think clearly. The ancient practice of meditation is one way to incorporate silence into your life. Even 5 minutes a day can help reduce stress and increase focus. Another strategy is to organize your environment. Clutter not only makes a room look chaotic, but it can also add mental noise. A tidy, quiet space gives your brain room to breathe. Research from Princeton University found that clutter actually reduces the brain's ability to process information. So, simplify your space and enjoy the quiet clarity that follows. Silence doesn't just apply to the physical environment. It's also about reducing digital noise. One effective approach is to set boundaries around your phone and email use. Try using the "Do Not Disturb" mode during important tasks. According to a study from the University of California, switching between tasks constantly, like checking your phone, can cost you up to 40% of your productivity. Another unique strategy is to practice mindful listening. When you engage in conversations, focus only on the words being spoken. Don't think ahead or try to form responses immediately. This type of listening improves relationships and creates a sense of calm. Silence also gives your brain space to recharge. When you rest your mind from constant activity, it can more easily come up with creative solutions. Albert Einstein famously said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind." By incorporating silence into your life, you're creating a clearer path for your thoughts, your creativity, and your productivity. Chapter 2. The Art of Letting Go. Why ownership can be a burden. We often think that more stuff equals more happiness. But in reality, owning less can bring a sense of freedom. Research from the University of California found that owning fewer things actually makes us happier and less stressed. When you reduce the physical weight in your life, you lighten your emotional load as well. The art of letting go starts with decluttering. Start small by tackling one area, like your wardrobe. A study from the National Association of Professional Organizers found that 54% of people feel overwhelmed by the clutter in their homes. Decluttering doesn't just create space, it creates peace of mind. One unique idea is to apply the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This rule suggests that 80% of the value in your life comes from 20% of your possessions. Take a look around and ask yourself, which items truly bring me joy and add value? Let go of the rest. This process also extends to relationships. Often, we hold on to toxic relationships because we think we need them. But freeing yourself from people who drain your energy opens up space for those who truly lift you up. Steve Maraboli, in his book Life, The Truth, and Being Free, says, "The only people who are mad at you for speaking the truth are those living a lie." Another strategy is digital decluttering. We all have old emails, forgotten apps, and unused subscriptions weighing us down. Cutting back on digital clutter doesn't just free up storage on your phone, it also clears your mind. A study by McKinsey & Company found that employees waste up to 20% of their time searching for information. So, organizing your digital life is just as crucial as your physical space. When you let go of unnecessary things, you make room for new experiences, ideas, and connections. Less clutter leads to more clarity, freedom, and joy. As Marie Kondo, the queen of decluttering, says, the question of what you want to own is actually the question of how you want to live your life. Chapter 3. The Freedom of Space. How minimalism enhances creativity. Minimalism isn't just about reducing things, it's about creating space in your life for creativity to flow. When you clear your physical space, you clear mental space as well. According to a study from the University of California, creative thinking improves when the workspace is uncluttered. People with tidy offices are not only more productive but also more innovative. The concept of empty space applies to more than just your desk. The minimalist lifestyle encourages you to create room in your schedule, too. This means saying no to things that don't align with your goals, so you have time to focus on what truly matters. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that when we have too many commitments, it can stifle creativity. But when you embrace more free time, your mind is free to explore new ideas. Another creative strategy is the concept of white space. Just like in design, where white space allows the elements to stand out, having white space in your life can help you prioritize what's important. This could mean having a no-work zone in your home or setting aside days to explore hobbies and passions. Minimalism also leads to a mindset shift. When you focus on less, you become more intentional with your actions. In fact, 75% of successful entrepreneurs say that a clear, organized workspace is key to their productivity and creativity. By focusing only on what's necessary, you eliminate distractions and increase your creative capacity. Incorporating minimalism into your creative process means using fewer tools but with more intention. For example, instead of buying the latest gadgets, focus on perfecting the few you already own. As Steve Jobs once said, innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. The freedom of space doesn't just allow you to create, it invites you to experiment. When your environment is simplified, you're less likely to get caught up in trivial distractions, and more likely to think outside the box. In the end, minimalism isn't about having less for the sake of it. It's about creating the space you need to lead a richer, more fulfilling life. When you focus on less, you unlock more of your true potential. Chapter 4. Minimalist Habits. How less is more in your daily routine. A minimalist lifestyle isn't just about clearing your space, it's also about simplifying your habits. Imagine your day without a million distractions. Studies show that the average person spends over 5 hours per day on their phone. By removing distractions, you gain more time and energy for what truly matters. One of the easiest ways to start is by adopting a single-tasking approach. Research from the University of Michigan shows that multitasking actually reduces productivity by up to 40%. Focusing on one task at a time not only increases efficiency but also improves the quality of your work. The power of routine also plays a big role in minimalism. By establishing simple, consistent habits, you free up mental space for more important things. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that having clear, daily habits reduces decision fatigue and boosts willpower. So, the fewer decisions you have to make about your routine, the better. Start small with habits like making your bed every morning. According to Admiral William H. McRaven, a former Navy SEAL, making your bed is a small act of discipline that leads to a productive day. If you start your day with one success, it sets the tone for more accomplishments throughout the day. You can also simplify your meals. Studies show that meal planning and prepping reduce decision fatigue and help you eat healthier. When you remove the daily stress of figuring out what to eat, you save time and energy for other important tasks. The average American spends about 12 hours per week on meal planning and cooking. Minimalism in the kitchen allows you to cut that time significantly. Another minimalist habit is saying no more often. Saying yes to everything spreads you too thin and drains your energy. By learning to say no to commitments that don't serve your goals, you make room for the things that matter. Steve Jobs once said, "Focus is about saying no to the 100 other good ideas that there are." Simplifying your routines doesn't just help you get more done, It helps you live with purpose. When you remove distractions and unnecessary steps from your day, you're left with more energy to invest in the things that align with your values. Chapter 5. Intentional Living. How less stuff means more purpose. Minimalism isn't just about reducing things. It's about making space for a life that's aligned with your true values. By focusing on less, you have more room to live intentionally. According to a survey by the National Association of Home Builders, 35% of people said they feel happier when they own fewer possessions. Letting go of things that no longer serve you opens up room for deeper connections and more meaningful experiences. Intentional living starts with asking yourself a simple question: what truly matters to me? When you identify your core values, you can make better decisions about how to spend your time, money, and energy. The key to minimalism is understanding that the more you own, the more you're responsible for. As Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, says, the purpose of life is not to own things. The purpose of life is to live. One practical strategy is to create a life list, or a list of goals aligned with your values. When you know what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to say no to things that don't move you closer to your purpose. For example, if you value family time, you might choose to work fewer hours or say no to social events that drain you. You can also simplify your possessions to make your space reflect your values. A study by the National Institute of Mental Health found that clutter can actually cause anxiety and stress. When you let go of things that no longer align with your values, you create a space where you can focus on what truly matters. One strategy to live more intentionally is to adopt a minimalist wardrobe. The average person wears only 20% of their clothing 80% of the time. By sticking to pieces that you love and wear often, you reduce decision fatigue and make getting dressed easier. Consider following the capsule wardrobe model, where you choose a small number of versatile pieces that you can mix and match. When you start living intentionally, you begin to say yes only to things that bring joy and growth into your life. By making fewer but more intentional decisions, you increase your sense of purpose. A study published in Psychology Today found that people who live with purpose are happier and experience lower stress levels. At its core, intentional living is about curating your life with focus and care. It's about being selective, making decisions that align with your values, and letting go of what no longer serves you. Chapter 6. The Joy of Simple Pleasures, Rediscovering Happiness in What's Essential. In a world obsessed with more, minimalism teaches us to rediscover joy in the simple things. Research shows that 78% of Americans report feeling stressed out because they are constantly chasing new possessions and experiences. But the truth is, happiness doesn't come from more, it comes from appreciating what you already have. Minimalism encourages you to slow down and savor the simple moments in life. Whether it's enjoying a quiet cup of coffee in the morning or taking a walk in nature, these small pleasures often bring the most satisfaction. A study from the University of California found that people who engage in simple, daily pleasures are happier and more fulfilled than those constantly chasing big achievements. One minimalist strategy for finding joy is to practice gratitude. Take a moment every day to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small. Studies show that practicing gratitude increases happiness and improves mental health. Just 5 minutes of gratitude each day can lead to a more positive outlook on life. Another way to rediscover happiness is to spend time in nature. According to a study from the University of Kansas, spending just 30 minutes in nature can significantly reduce stress and improve mood. You don't need to travel far or do anything complicated, just a walk in the park can boost your sense of well-being. Minimalism also means saying goodbye to the constant comparison to others. Social media, for example, often leads us to believe that we need more to be happy. But the reality is, fewer distractions and less comparison make room for deeper satisfaction. As author and speaker Greg McKeown says, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. The joy of simple pleasures is also found in relationships. By spending quality time with loved ones, you cultivate a sense of connection that material possessions can't provide. Studies show that social connections are one of the most important factors for happiness. People who have strong social bonds are not only happier but also healthier. In the end, minimalist living isn't about removing all joy from your life, it's about rediscovering happiness in the things that truly matter. Less stuff, more meaning. Less chaos, more calm. Less rushing, more enjoying. When you embrace the simple pleasures of life, you unlock a happiness that can't be bought. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos on how to live a simpler, more fulfilling life.